Righty okay, we're ready. Followed by the back off. What could be better? UK Bake Off. Oh. is Bake Off on? Oh, right. Hello, Anne. So I'm gonna have a go at finishing this off. I probably won't be more than hopefully half an hour, but like I said, I'm going to get some detailing in here and get some colours in that will make this area and these areas more so that you can see them properly. So get me water, and I'm going to be using fairly small brushes this time round. So I'll make a start with. I'm wanting to mix up. I'm not going to make the mistake of saying, "Oh, shadows are black." They're not. And that's another thing I'm going to do. I'm going to switch off my notifications. So easily done that. Ding! There you are. You're muted. So, for example, this car here, that would have several areas of darkness in it. And it'd have a grid there as well. And underneath you'd have a slight darkening. Unfortunately, because of the quality of the video, you can't really see the absolute detail, but nothing. If I want to go live, this is what I've got to work with, and unfortunately, it's not great. Hopefully, in the new year, I'm going to be getting cabling put through the house up into this room, so that I can fully connect up. But that might be a project for later. So it's been a busy day for us all, hasn't it? We've been quite busy on us various projects. I know I've been at quite a few lives today, so, and I'm sure you guys have as well. So I'm just picking up bits of the paint that I've got left, and that's actually perfect for what I want to do. And in this here, I'm just going to draw vertical lines down, just so they're not quite touching. And I'm going to let those vertical lines dry. And then when they're actually dry, I'll go and do horizontal lines across it, and that will help create the windows. I'm not doing that yet. And this side, you're not going to see an awful lot of strong colour anyway. I'm trying not to destroy what I've done now with that ladder and too much. And as you get slightly closer, you do get to see the colour a little bit, although it will be still dark. Now the other side, in contrast, will remain fairly light. So I'll still do that process that we've just done. But I'll keep the colours fairly light. Because the dark areas for the windows will be dark already anyway. That's as dark as that part of the building ever gets. So and again, as you're getting lower down, you get a bit more vibrant colour. So if we can get some very light areas. Now I'm going to go for that car here. I don't know whether to put some people in this, you know, walking by there, but we'll have to see how I feel about that. I don't know, it might be too much already. I put a dab of green in there, and then I put a dab of purple in, and it strengthens up that dark area. There's no reason why you can't put some more of that in. Bit of green and a bit of purple. Always a nice, strong, vibrant colour that when you do that. And it makes a lovely neutral grey, that. Well, dark, like a dark colour. And what we do have to take into account here as well is this is a very loose painting anyway. It's not meant to be very hyper detailed. Yeah, it is. It's not the Brooklyn Bridge, Gail. It's I believe it's I've looked it up, and it's the Manhattan Bridge. Now, whether that's, I don't know. I believe the Brooklyn Bridge is made of stone, partly. So this one's obviously a totally steel bridge. So I believe that's what it is. It's the Manhattan Bridge. But you'd have to speak to people in the US to know what that is, because although I know it's somewhere near New York, that's about as much as I know about it. Right, we'll go up here as well. And all I'm doing really is emphasising the dark areas that I want in the painting. I'm going to take a little bit of that away like that. And bring that up as well. And let's see now if I can make a really big wash of dark colour to come across to here. And believe it or not, we're not far off completion here. The only other thing I want to do is, if it's dry enough, obviously you guys are just not seeing the quality of the picture as much as what I'm seeing, which is sad really. I would have liked to have videoed this separately and done one with the colours a lot better and all done differently, but unfortunately that hasn't happened. So right, what I now want to do is pick out the ladder thing. Does anybody know what these are called? The ladders that go down the sides of the buildings that in New York, have they got a specific name? Are they just called fire escapes? I don't know. I thought they had a, because some of them they're not fixed. They extend down, like almost, you know, you go so far, and another set of ladders comes down, and then another set of ladders. So they're like telescopic, but they're a very famous architectural feature in a lot of high-rise buildings in New York and the surrounding area. Don't know whether they are in many other cities like in America, but I know it's something that you can't help but notice on various buildings. And I believe the last one only comes down so far, and that then extends down. Well, it's nice that you're all chatting anyway, and we've got about 16 people watching, and to be honest with you, I'm not that far off finished, I don't think. I don't want to be doing very much more. I'm going to do these lines. Obviously you could go on a long time doing this, but I don't want to take too much time up, because I'm going to watch a football match in a minute apart from anything else. So we'll get a move on, because that'll be starting pretty soon. I tried this morning to go on, and the quality of the video was horrid, to say the least. I'm going to put some darker blue in there just to give a bit of contrast, because there's some trees in the background. And we've also at the back there, I won't do anything with that, but we've also got like a cityscape at the back of it. I would imagine that's New York itself, whereas this will be Manhattan. Oh, wait a minute, Manhattan is the island, isn't it? But the other side of whatever that is that Brooklyn? I don't know. I know one bridge is the Brooklyn Bridge, and but not all areas lead to Brooklyn, do they? So I don't know. Geography, not my strength. So what this actually illustrates is very basic. It was a very basic setup to start with. I've got light coming in from this side, and it's making this same building, which is the same colour as that, a lot lighter, because light's hitting that. That makes that shaded. And I just wanted to show you how you can create three-dimensional depth and what have you. Put some nice shadowing in and use shading to create realism. And there's one tiny little thing I wanted to do with that, and that's put some slight detailing in there, because I believe the bridge does have that detail there, and that does make it look as though it's got some sort of detail in there. I bring that right down there, and that's it, I think. Might put the odd bit here and there, but as far as that's concerned, as far as the painting's concerned, that's as far as I'm going to take it for now. I might give it a third coat and just get some of the deep dark areas in, but that will be once I've absolutely dried it off. But I'll show you that once I've actually dried it off, and I'll do it as a photograph. But is there any photos, any questions that you might have at this moment before I get off? So yeah, there's a little skyline there, but you don't paint things like that in detail because it will distort the sense of depth. So what's this? Thank you, Dee Dee. Yeah. Well, we'll call this a day now, because I'm sure you've all got things to be doing and creative art to be getting on with. And thank you for coming in, and I hopefully will be a lot more organised to be able to do a different painting next time. This is I don't know, it's unusual for a watercolour painting, but I just wanted to have a go at it. So we'll see you again next time. Thank you for coming in, and enjoy your art, and that's the most important thing about art, enjoying it. So thank you, and bye.